Breaking news! Get ready, because a new ERA is rising in Foxboro. The gears of destiny are turning, and that sound you hear? It's not just the fans, it's the roar of a sleeping giant waking up. Yes, my friends, the New England Patriots are back at the center of every NFL conversation. But this time, it's not about the past. It's about the future. And leading this historic rebuild are two names already carving out legendary status. Eliot Wolf, the strategic mastermind behind every bold decision and sharp roster move. And Mike Vrabel, the heartbeat of Patriots culture, now commanding the sidelines with the same fire he once brought to the field. They're not just doing a good job, they're reigniting a dynasty. And that's why, from the bottom of my proud, red, blue, and silver heart, I say it loud. Eliot and Vrabel, I believe. Listen, it's been a while since I felt this kind of electricity. We've seen the highs and lows over the decades. But now, something's different. The atmosphere has shifted. The fire is back. And if you close your eyes, you can feel it too. This team is going places. So let me ask you, Patriots Nation, what grade would you give this duo that's restoring the pride of New England? For me, no doubt about it, a perfect 10. 1,000, even. They're building a roster with vision, grit, and purpose. And hear me out. Whispers are already spreading. Could another Super Bowl be on the horizon? And me? I don't just believe it. I can see it. I can feel it. Because when this franchise decides to rise, the NFL shakes. But hold that emotion for just a moment. Because what's coming next? It's time for our first big story of the day. What if I told you that one of the Patriots' most criticized former players is making a bold return to Foxboro after conquering a different football league, transforming his game, and coming back stronger, meaner, and hungrier than ever? What if I told you the name Yaser Durant, once just a forgotten footnote in New England's depth chart, is now making waves as one of the top offensive linemen outside the NFL, and he's got unfinished business in a Patriots uniform? Yes, Patriots Nation, buckle up, because this isn't just a random depth signing. This is the kind of move that could sneakily shape the fate of our offensive line in 2025. Let's rewind a bit. Wes Schweitzer's sudden retirement left the Patriots with a gap on the roster. A decision had to be made. The team could have gone in any direction, but they didn't chase headlines. They looked for redemption, development, and versatility. And they landed on Yaser Durant, a familiar face, a massive body at 6 feet 7 inches, 330 pounds, and now a reigning UFL champion with the DC Defenders. That's right, Durant, who had a forgettable stint with the Pats back in 2021, just dominated the UFL. He started every single game at left tackle for the Defenders, helped lead them to a title, and earned a spot on the All-UFL team. This wasn't just a feel-good spring football story. This was a full-circle resurrection. From a raw 23-year-old backup getting overpowered in the NFL to a 27-year-old battle-tested leader in the trenches. Back in 2021, Durant played roughly 95 snaps in 6 games for New England. The film, as Taylor Kyles pointed out on Twitter, was brutal. 3 pressures, 3 sacks allowed, and an underwhelming 59.0 PFF grade. He just wasn't ready. But fast forward to this season in the UFL, 10 games, for total pressures allowed, a pass blocking grade of 82, and a 79 overall PFF rating. That's serious growth. That's a player who took his lumps, went back to work, and emerged better. Now, let's be real. The UFL isn't the NFL. We've seen spring standouts like PJ Walker fizzle once they hit the pros. But offensive linemen, unlike QBs, don't rely as much on the timing, speed, and skill matchups that define the NFL skill positions. When it comes to size, strength, technique, and consistency, Durant has shown he can hang. And his versatility, he's taken over 220 snaps at left tackle and 290 at left guard recently, is exactly what this Patriots O-line needs right now. And let's talk needs, because the Patriots offensive line isn't as secure as some fans think. Will Campbell is a strong rookie pickup at left tackle. Garrett Bradbury brings stability at center. Mike Onwenu is a rock, and Morgan Moses adds power on the right edge. But behind them, it gets thin, fast. Vidarian Lowe, who filled in last season, was a major liability. His pass block grade was 66.9, but he allowed 33 pressures. 33! That's why rookie Drake Maye was forced to scramble so often. His blind side wasn't protected. With Lowe as the primary backup, the need for someone like Durant becomes glaring. Then there's the left guard situation. Cole Strange, whose 5th-year option was declined, hasn't proven he can stay healthy. 2 games in 2024, about 10 in 2023. His last full season? His rookie year. Wes Schweitzer was supposed to be the fallback, but he's gone now, retired. That leaves options like rookie Leighton Robinson and possibly shifting Jerod Wilson if he doesn't win the center job. Durant steps into this chaos with experience at all three interior positions and renewed confidence. He's not just here to fill a number. He's here to compete. He's here to prove he belongs in the NFL. Again. And fans, let's not overlook this. Durant was recently ranked the top available offensive lineman outside the NFL by Bleacher Report. Teams were circling. New England got in fast, likely helped by the familiarity and the fact that Durant knows what to expect from the Patriot way. He's not coming in blind. He's coming in motivated. Now, if you're thinking this still isn't enough, you're not wrong. The Patriots still need more at left guard, especially if Strange can't go. And whispers around Foxboro keep bringing up one name, Brandon Scherff. Veteran, 17 games played last season, 0 sacks allowed. Yes, he's 33, but this O-line needs a mentor, a rock, a proven vet. Scherff could be that guy. And with Durant providing depth across the line, the Patriots could be quietly building one of the deeper O-line rooms in the AFC. But we're not there yet. For now, it's all eyes on Yaser Durant, on his comeback, his hunger, and his shot at redemption in Foxboro. So, Patriots Nation, I want to hear from you. How do you feel about the return of Yaser Durant? Do you believe this is just a filler signing, or the start of something more? Should the Patriots still go after a veteran like Scherff, or roll the dice with the young depth? Let's hear it. Drop your take in the comments, A, B, C, D, or F grade on the signing, and tell us if you believe in the second coming of Yaser Durant. And here's where things get even more interesting, because Durant's arrival doesn't just patch a positional hole, it sends a message. This Patriots front office is watching, evaluating, and ready to pounce on undervalued talent. It's not about flashy names or big money contracts. It's about guys who've been through the fire, guys who've taken hits on and off the field, and come out tougher. Yaser Durant is now one of those guys. And while fans might brush this off as just a depth move, ask yourself this: when was the last time our offensive line didn't suffer major injuries? When was the last time we had a reliable second unit that didn't completely collapse when the starters went down? The Patriots can't afford to ignore that reality, especially not when the health of Maye is on the line, especially not when we're watching a team rebuild with a young quarterback who needs protection to thrive. Durant's size gives him natural leverage. His experience across multiple positions gives him flexibility, and his recent performance in the UFL shows he can anchor a line, hold his ground, and limit damage in pass protection. He didn't just win a title, he earned it by outplaying nearly every other lineman in the league. That kind of film travels fast across the NFL. Teams took notice, and if he can carry even a fraction of that dominance back into the NFL, this could be a rare case of a reclamation story actually working. Let's also remember, this is a low-risk move, a one-year deal, no long-term cap commitment. If Durant doesn't pan out, no harm done. But if he does, if he can step in midseason and lock down the left side of the line during a playoff push, that's value, that's impact, and that's exactly what smart teams do. They look beyond the obvious and find the edge. One of the most overlooked aspects of Durant's development is the mental game. Back in 2021, the speed of the NFL overwhelmed him. He looked lost, outmatched, and at times unsure of himself. But now, after 2 seasons of being the guy in DC, he returns to the NFL with something